All right, so earlier today I read 25 more pages in White Fragility. I'm up to page 100. This is the reread portion, and this is me trying to summarize some of the things that I've read without notes. So it talks about the good-bad binary when it comes to racism, and this is extremely important and one of the main themes of the book. That just it's not, racism isn't good/bad. It is something, and it needs to be challenged and brought to the forefront. So, for example, if you think of yourself as a racist, you think of yourself as a bad person, and if you're not a bad person and you can't be a racist. And it's really interesting because this is something that I failed to do in the past. Is I thought that racists are bad people, and not realizing that we all have these prejudices, and that we've grown up in this culture of racism and white supremacy, and we have to challenge our own thinking all the time, because even though we don't think of ourselves as being racist, we actually are, just because we're in the culture of it. And I appreciated that about this book. It really opened my eyes to that specific thing. It's hard to say too. It's like saying that now. It's very difficult to say, I'm a racist, considering I always had that good-bad binary my entire life. But I have to come to terms with my culture that I was brought up in, and deal with that, and try to challenge that, and strive to do better and educate myself more. And that's difficult. That is difficult. I'm going to be thinking about that for a very long time to come. And then she talked about anti-blackness, and this is specifically white people against black people, and all of the different details and examples that she gave, how white people and just have black people on a very lower portion, or a very lower social standing, and how before slavery there really wasn't a white race, but then when slavery happened, they created a black race and made that black race inferior, thus creating a white race. And all of that was just to basically justify slavery. And it's interesting. I wonder, I'd like to know the very specific thoughts of people before the empires went into Africa, and what their thoughts were on black people in general. And I'd be very curious about that. That's something that I would want to look up and research a little bit. That'd be very interesting. So that was basically the main two points and portions in the parts that I read this morning. So I just wanted to throw that out there, and didn't want to miss a day, didn't want to miss a day. Okay, I'll talk to you all later.